Welcome to the Academy, a series focused on the basics of Star Wars: The Old Republic. There's quite a few ways to earn credits in Star Wars: The Old Republic, and lots of wonderful things to spend them on. In this video, I'll be going over ways to earn credits for players who have reached max level and are subscribed, as credits come slow at lower levels and free-to-play and preferred players have a credit cap. This guide is an updated version of a previous video and focuses specifically on ways to make credits in the 5.0 Knights of the Eternal Throne expansion. If you are interested in viewing this entire guide in all its glory, the PDF version was originally written by Sutter Vega, and there's a link to it in the description of this video. Heroics are one of the simplest ways to earn credits. The easiest way to pick up the heroics is to access the terminal on the fleet and pick up a whole bunch. You can either try to pick some of the fastest ones, or just pick up a couple planets worth at a time. Don't forget, all these heroics can be very easily traveled to. Once you pick one up, you can press the quick travel icon beside the quest name in your quest log. There's over 70 heroic quests available, and you can do each one once per character per week. If you want some easy CXP, you can also pick up a single planet's heroics from the Galactic Command panel. Doing all 74 heroics will earn you about 1.6 million credits, and that doesn't even include any items you pick up and sell, bonus quests, or the credits from the Alliance crates if you have completed Chapter 9 of Knights of the Eternal Throne. Add on to that the materials you can buy with the Jawa scraps from the Alliance crates, and the credits you get for each level of your Alliance growth from the Commander's datapad, and you've got a recipe for very quick credits. If you have friends to run with, adding additional players to your quest also gives you a bonus to the credits you earn. If you'd prefer PvP over heroics, both player versus player combat and Galactic Starfighter can be fairly lucrative. You'll earn credits from completing matches, and a chunk of credits for completing the dailies and weeklies. The two PvP dailies and the weekly grant 17,000 credits each. The daily GSF quest nets you 14,000 credits, and the GSF weekly gets you 22,000. On top of that, both the daily and weekly ground PvP quests have a chance of dropping some rare crafting materials, including a refined isotope stabilizer, which is worth 100,000 credits, or a rarer crafting material called Void Matter Catalyst, which is worth about 200,000 credits at the time of making this video. The weekly quest reward has a higher chance of dropping the rarer purple material than the daily quest reward. If you're looking for something to do between matches to make credits, running heroics or gathering materials is a pretty good option. If you're already doing things like heroics, PvP, or flashpoints, you'll want to make sure you are adding the weekly conquest to your list of credit goals. Conquests are a way for guilds to compete against each other on a leaderboard, but you can also participate alone. If you participate while in a guild that makes the top 10 leaderboard that week, you'll get double rewards if you complete your personal conquest goal that week. To view the conquest objectives for the week, you can open the conquest panel by clicking the conquest tab on your quest panel. The objectives are on the left. Some objectives can be done infinite times, others can only be done once per legacy. Your conquest goals can be completed on multiple characters for multiple rewards. If you participate solo and meet your personal conquest points goal for the week, you get 32,000 credits right off the bat, 25,000 credits in the form of a credit certificate, which is great for free-to-play or preferred players as they can stash them away for later, 3 crafting decorations which sell anywhere from 15 to 100,000 credits, 15 pieces of green Jawa junk, which can be turned in for green bordered crafting materials and sold on the GTN, 10 blue Jawa scraps, which can be turned in for blue bordered crafting materials and sold, and 2 strategic resource matrices, rare crafting materials that sell for 500,000 credits on my server at the time of making this video. On top of all that, if you participate with your guild and your guild makes the top 10, you'll also get 32,000 more credits, a 50,000 credits credit certificate, 3 more crafting decorations, 2 more very expensive strategic resource matrices, 10 purple Jawa scraps, which can be turned in for the rare purple bordered crafting materials and sold, and a flagship encryption of your choice. The encryptions can be used to unlock more rooms in a guild's flagship, so you could either donate this to your guild or sell it for a couple 100,000 credits. Even if you're just participating in Conquest solo, just the rare crafting materials alone will net you at a minimum about 1 million credits per week. Another alternative way to make credits is by gathering crafting materials. If you have slicing, scavenging, archaeology, or bioanalysis as a crew skill, you can gather materials in the wild to sell to other players who will use them for crafting. If you're gathering grade 8 materials, Yevon 4 has the most nodes. If you're gathering grade 9 or 10 materials, the Zakul Swamp, Zakul Break Town, and Darvanis from Chapter 14 of Knights of the Fallen Empire have plenty. Even lower level materials can sell fairly well on the GTN because other players can buy them to craft for Conquest. If you are willing to play the long game, you can even store your crafting materials and wait to sell them on a Conquest week, when the objectives revolve around crafting. That way, guilds buying materials will drive up the prices during the week. While you're running around gathering materials, don't forget you can also send your companions out on missions to gather materials too. If you're running into other players who are gathering, you can try switching instances by opening your map and selecting another instance from the drop-down on the bottom right. If you have a character that can craft, you might also want to check out the price of components versus the price of raw materials on the GTN. It might be worth it to craft them into components and then sell them. Other items players sometimes craft to make credits include Tier 3 and 4 schematic armor, augments, augment kits, dyes, reputation dyes, decoration prefabs, and finished decorations. All of these items highly depend on the current state of the market, so make sure to do your research on the GTN before crafting. Between heroics, PvP, and gathering, there are some pretty solid ways to earn credits. However, players that are billionaires most often do something known as playing the GTN. This is when players carefully watch the GTN and the market, and buy and sell items based on what they've seen, instead of earning credits directly through the quests in the game. A simple example of playing the GTN might include watching for players posting items at low prices, buying them, and reselling them at the normal price for a quick profit. Another example might be buying armors from other players when a cartel pack first comes out and the supply is high, and then holding on to them for 6 months and selling them for a profit when the supply is low. These types of credit-making tactics require two things: knowledge of the average price of items, and the patience to make credits over time. Some players who focus on making credits as a hobby even hop between servers to find good deals, and to take advantage of the different markets. Each server's GTN is a bit different, based on the server's population and the types of players on that server. Items that players flip on the market are usually cartel pack items including armors, mounts, emotes, color crystals, and decorations. Players usually pick 1 or 2 areas of expertise and focus on them, so they can get familiar with the prices and the market. Before I go, I'll leave you one last tip about making credits with cartel coins. Subscribers get 500 per month, and even free-to-play players can get 100 cartel coins per month if they use a security key. If you are a subscriber, you might want to convert these cartel coins to credits. Some of the best items to buy with cartel coins and sell on the GTN include Outlander tokens, CXP boosts, and the weekly single item deals. Before you buy an item to convert to credits, make sure to check the GTN for the credit value. To find out what item will get you the best value, look up its lowest price on the GTN, then divide that big number by the number of cartel coins it costs. So for example, if an item can be sold for 2 million credits on the GTN and costs 1,000 cartel coins, you divide the 2 million by the 1,000 and you get 2,000 credits per cartel coin spent. The item with the highest credits to cartel coin ratio will likely give you the most profit. Just keep in mind, prices on the GTN fluctuate, and it may be harder to sell some types of items compared to others. And there you have it. There's some ways to make credits in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I hope you found a few new tips and tricks that you didn't know before. If you enjoyed this video and want to show your support for this series, or want to have similar videos show up on your YouTube homepage, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And as always, if you have any questions about the game, whether it's about credits or anything else, feel free to ask in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the next episode of The Academy.